What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. I'm really excited to be able to share this knife with you today. This is not my knife. This is a loaner from the community. This comes from Steve Klur's collection. I am absolutely excited. This is probably one of my favorite knives I've been able to check out from his collection, and y'all see why here in a second. But before we get too far into this, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You can also head over to Instagram, like us at WorkKnifeBalance939. It's a great way to communicate with us. Let us know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, all that kind of fun stuff. It's also a great way to let us know if you have something like Steve did for us to check out, because we're going to send it back to you when we're done with some cool swag and all that fun stuff and everything. So thank you very much, Steve, for sending this in. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this knife here. So this one comes from Steve Klur, and I believe he let me loaned this to me and let me check it out because he knows how much I love my Henya. So he loaned this one here to me right here. This is an actual Pena. This is not a Pena X series. This is not a production. This is a true Pena. And I have held these at shows. I've messed around with them a couple times, but I've never actually been able to just full on hold one, carry one for a while. And Steve was kind enough to loan this to me and say, hey, carry it as if it were your own, use it, love it, and then just get it back to me when you're done. And so I was very, very thankful for that because as my wife knows, a true custom Pena is on my list of knives that I would love to get for 2024. Just out of the two Pena X series I have right now, I very much love them. They are absolutely amazing, and a true custom Pena would just be icing on the cake for me in my collection and something that I want. So I've got this one from Steve right here, and I'm really excited to share this with you too. So I don't know how much of, I don't know a ton of detail on the whole knife or all the nitty-gritty of everything that's in here. I do know we've got a micarta coming through the backside here, a bunch of different colors of micarta contoured coming over it as well. I am colorblind, so some of these colors I can call out, some of them I can't, but you can see the striped micarta coming through here, and it looks absolutely beautiful. You've got, I believe, a titanium shield inlay right here, and then you've got a wood kind of bolster on the top on both sides. So it is a darker wood. I'm going to say probably like a cherry wood or something like that, because it has a little bit of a red tint to it, to me at least when I look at it, but I could be completely wrong on that. In true Pena fashion, we've got an absolutely beautifully dialed front flipper. You can see that I'm able to do that top flip with ease on this bad boy right here. You can also come around and do the Bic style front flip, and you can do kind of the reach around top. Just got to make sure you get that meaty palm out of the way, as with most front flippers there. So yeah, this is there's really no other opening method other than like front flip, top flip, and I love that about this Pena. It has a beautifully, I want to say this is a hand rubbed satin finish. So it has, you can see the striations in the line there. It's definitely got that kind of hand rub finish look to it as well. Without knowing everything about it, I can't 100% certain say that, but I'm going to say it's a hand rubbed finish to it as well. You have almost a little bit of like a clip point kind of style to it right here. I know that's not a true clip point, but you do have a little bit of that style to it looking through right there as well, which I think is kind of cool. The knife in itself has amazing ergos. It's a really, really well put together knife, which is no surprise to anybody because it comes from Pena. And I don't know if it came with a clip and Steve Klur just did a clip delete on this himself or not, but I really love the fact that it is a slip carry and doesn't have a clip. So it fits right into this custom slip that Steve had made for it, and then it fits in your pocket really nice and easy. Keeps it well protected and nice in there, and then you've got an easy open carry out 2-finger as well. I'm going to do some measurements real quick, and then we'll do some side-by-sides to my Penas that I've got as well. First off, measurements, it's coming in as a kind of a Pena does, a little bit smaller on the handle there. It's going to be 6.5 overall length. We got 2.75 on the blade length with about a 2.6 on the cutting edge. You have a nice little kind of chunk right there, wedge right there for sharpening. Not like a true half-edged sharpening choil, but a really chunk coming out right there. It has a really nice hollow grind to it. You can kind of see the way that it kind of swedges in there right there. So you've got a really nice hollow grind coming out through it. And this thing is slicey. I've used this a couple times to open up some Amazon packages because that's really all I ever use my knives for. But, and it is absolutely dialed. This thing is, I love this knife so much. I really, really do like this knife a lot. It is so well done, and it's just, the action on this thing is amazing. You can see how well that just kind of drops down, and it is so smooth. This is so smooth. I haven't done anything to, and I know Steve uses his knives, but he also takes care of his knives very well. But I haven't done anything to add oil or really kind of done anything to the pivot itself or any of the detent or anything like that. And I've had this for, I want to say 2 weeks or so from Steve, and I've carried it a little bit, quite a bit actually, because I really enjoy this, and it is still absolutely dialed. That detent just is so nice. This is one of the nicest detents on a Pena I've ever felt before, and I don't think that's any surprise to anyone because Penas have amazing front flipper detents. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. We'll go ahead and do the Paramour. So this is going to be the Pena Paramour up top, one of the newest Penas from the Pena X Series collection right there. And then we'll go ahead and do the Caballero down below. Gives you kind of a nice side-by-side to two Penas. So it's going to be right in there, that kind of classic Pena style. This isn't one of his larger knives. This isn't going to be anything that's crazy, but both my Penas are obviously the X Series. They come in around $300 or so. This one, a true Pena custom. It's going to be a liner lock coming in here. I would not be surprised if this goes for $700 to $900, and that's just kind of when you get it, when it hits the market. What's it like? What's the after market value on something like this? Table value on something like this is probably close to $750 to $900 or so. So that would probably be where I would assume this is in there. If you find them for less, more power to you. That's absolutely fantastic. But I would say this probably goes in the $700 to $900 range. I will go ahead and put some links down below to any Penas that I find, but I will not find this exact one on there most likely. So any of those, by all means, you can pick them up. If there are any of these left right now on Pena's website, the Paramour, go pick this up. This thing is beautiful. This thing is dialed for the X Series that this Pena came out with. This is Paramour. Oh, this thing is butter, and it's absolutely one of my favorite knives of all time. So if these are available, pick one up. But let's get back to the knife that we have at hand here. This Pena right here from Steve Klur, allowing me to borrow this one right here. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. I don't think it's anyone's surprise that I'm showing this beautiful knife because I love Penas, but yeah, this is something that I'm absolutely excited to have on the channel. Just amazing to be able to have good community that's able to pass things around like this, so I can, or at least allow me to borrow, not pass around. I'll lend these out so we can kind of take a look at these and share these with the community that way. But absolutely dialed. Thank you very much, Steve Klur, for allowing me to borrow this and hold it for a couple of weeks and kind of just feel what it's like to be cool for once in my life. allow me to get a taste of the high life with some really nice custom knives. So thank you very much, Steve Klur. That's all I've got with this Pena right here. Like I said, I will go ahead and put some links to some Penas I find down below. If there's none, then I've either removed the links because those are gone and they don't work anymore, or I didn't want to find any because I'm holding all those for myself. So thank you, everybody. Until next time, TTFN.